And the most surprising thing about Site 24 by 7 that people should know would be the amount of functionality it has. I love one of the things I love is the threshold setting that you can set, which makes it a lot easier to be able to really identify when an issue is actually happening. I'm the founder and owner of a marketing agency, but I'm also one of the main facing client head of client operations. So it's really important that for all the websites that we create and sell, that we're making sure that our uptime is there all the time, and clients aren't ringing us telling us there's a problem, but instead we're acting and telling them there's a problem and dealing with it. So that's a really important part to great customer service. So I chose Site 24 by 7 for a number of reasons. One was the functionality, one was around the dashboard itself in terms of how easy it was going to be able to use. Price was certainly a factor. And but I'd say functionality was the biggest factor in terms of choosing the best monitoring system. Yeah, we'd used Rapid Spike prior to that. We looked at a number of different products. So there was Uptime Monitor, Uptime Monster. Without them being in front of me, I can't remember the names of them all, but there was about five or six that we looked at. Some of them were, just let down on functionality. Some of them were silly prices for what they actually were, in terms of Site 24/7 offering the amount of functionality it's got. And some of them just didn't feel like they were really going to be as reliable as we obviously need. Yeah, getting started with Site 24/7 was actually really easy because they onboarded us. So it was really quite simple. I mean, just before they onboarded, I was already allowed onto the dashboard, started having a play around, reasonably intuitive, fairly simple to set up, but it includes an onboarding session which walked us through, which helped me set up team members and was, yeah, really quite simple, especially with the onboarding process. So if you're thinking about looking at Site 24/7 for using it as monitoring, the things to look out for is really understand what it is you're trying to achieve in terms of those thresholds. So when do you want to be alerted, and how do you want to be alerted as well, and for what are you wanting to monitor, and perhaps really consider, if that triggers, who needs to know in your team, and when do they need to know, and at what time don't you want to know these things as well, because there's so many out there that you can't change schedules or you can't change thresholds. And I think that's probably the most important thing. So sort of plan out what it is that you're trying to achieve first. And if it's at a reasonable level, well, Site 24 by 7 is probably going to deliver it.